Yo, what's up, Swag Gang? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Keon Lard, aka KL Swag, back here with a video, man. Look, man. First off, I'm gonna shout out to TPS, man. This is a long ass title, bro. Like, this title is long as hell. Like, I'm reading a whole paragraph. This is ranking every NFL team that hasn't won the Super Bowl. In order we expect them to finally win one. Okay. Okay. Let's get into it, bro.
A lot of those franchises who have yet to hoist the Lombardi Trophy are certainly going to be doing so sooner rather than later.
It's just sad.
Bengals should have won the Super Bowl.
Cincinnati
bro.
wakes up today still reaching for and hoping for down the road that first Super Bowl win.
TPS.
Will this next decade be kinder to the 12 teams who have yet to hoist the Lombardi Trophy? We've ranked these 12 Super Bowl deprived teams based on when we think they'll win their first championship. Number 12, Houston Texans. Well, for starters, they have by far the worst NFL roster right now. Secondly, it's hard to draw confidence from the McNair family ownership group. They let Bill O'Brien run DeAndre Hopkins and Jadeveon Clowney out of town. J.J. Watt and Deshaun Watson also could not wait to get out of the dysfunctional organization. Yeah, they have some nice building blocks on their roster, like Laramie Tunsil, Derek Stingley Jr., Kenyon Green, and Jonathan Grenard. But the Texans don't have the game breakers that the other top dogs in the AFC boast. And we still don't know if Davis Mills is a legit NFL starting quarterback. Until they had some high-end superstars,
he's been going crazy on Ultimate
that they
Team
can be hands-off and actually let qualified management run the show. We have good reason to believe the Texans are a long way away from winning it all. Number 11, Carolina Panthers. If the Panthers had the right quarterback situation in place, they would be much higher. But this team hasn't had a suitable option at the game's most important position since a healthy in his prime Cam Newton was under center for them. Christian McCaffrey had the makings to be a franchise building block, but the second-generation NFL star has struggled to...
Verizon just gave
He hasn't really been on the field lately, bro.
Customers for years. We got iPhone
to be honest.
Switched 2 minutes ago, literally right before this.
Now everyone can get a new iPhone 13 on us on America's most reliable 5G network. For every customer, current, new, everyone, to show them.
Damn.
Stay healthy in recent years. DJ Moore, Brian Burns, Jeremy
Gotta find a way to block those damn ads.
You need a very nice group of promising young stars. But you need a quarterback to win in today's NFL. And the Panthers don't have one right now. Number 10, Atlanta Falcons. Whenever you talk about the Falcons and their lack of a Super Bowl, it's hard not to bring up that 28-3 lead they had in Super Bowl 50.
Yeah, as usual, they bring up my Patriots.
We're finally climbing the mountaintop and avoiding humiliating lists like this one forever. Well, there's no change in the past. The Falcons waited way too long to rebuild. But there's finally a clear path under the new regime of GM Terry Fontenot and head coach Arthur Smith. Fontenot accumulated valuable draft capital by trading away Ryan and Jones. And they have...
That looked like Tyreek Hill at one point. I was like, what the hell?
Drake London, Grady Jarrett, and A.J. Terrell are a very good start. And it's very likely that they'll be adding a few more top 10 draft prospects as they're expected to struggle for the next couple of years. The main reason that they're this low on this list, again, the quarterback situation. Marcus Mariota is a bridge to the next QB. Is that Desmond Ridder, or is Atlanta's next franchise QB not even on their roster yet? It's going to take us a while.
We gonna find out.
Hence why Atlanta finds themselves near the bottom of this list. Number 9, Minnesota Vikings. Are the Vikings a Super Bowl contender with Kirk Cousins? No. But unlike most other non-Super Bowl winning teams, they're always in the mix for a playoff spot.
I don't see Vikings going, bro. That's
anything
dead.
can happen in January once your team sneaks in. The Vikings are never terrible. That's credit to the Will family ownership, who always seem to have proper management and solid enough coaching in place. They're always willing to spend money, which helps any team's chances of winning. Cousins is not the guy.
Yeah.
Neal and Dalvin Cook
They're not
and Harrison
going,
Smith
bro.
probably only have so many good years left. But Justin Jefferson will be a top 5 wide receiver in the game for a while. And if Minnie can find just the right quarterback in the post-Cousins era, they could totally bring the Gopher State its first Super Bowl. But we have to place them low because this is an aging and expensive roster that has too many past their prime players and very few future Pro Bowl talents. Number 8, Tennessee Titans. It's weird putting the Titans this low, considering that they reached the 2019 AFC Championship game and claimed the 2020 and 2021 AFC South Division banners. But this is a roster that is strictly built to win now and not in the short term. Ryan Tannehill appears to be declining after an inconsistent 2021 campaign. Derrick Henry plays a position where most guys stop being effective by age 30. Trading away A.J. Brown was an interesting call. It may work out,
did that, to be honest.
It's tough to ask Treylon Burks to replace Brown's production right off the bat. We like the Titans' decision to draft Liberty product and dual threat QB Malik Willis, but who knows how long it'll take him to develop into a legit starting quarterback, if that even happens. The Titans realistically have 2 more years of Super Bowl contention with this core, and we'd say there are still at least half a dozen teams in the AFC that are better than them right now. Add it all up, and it's pretty hard to see Mike Vrabel's club winning it all anytime soon. Number 7, Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars certainly have more flaws than most teams on this roster.
The Jacksonville Jaguars might as well hang it up because y'all ain't going nowhere, bro. Y'all not going nowhere, and nothing gonna happen. So y'all might as well hang that up and just play.
But at the end of the day, they have a generational prospect at the game's most important
Hey, it was close
and
to winning when they had Jalen Ramsey, but that was it.
Trevor Lawrence is way too talented to flop.
Our Patriots shut them down.
As time progresses, he and head coach Doug Peterson should develop a winning culture in that locker room. And even though they probably overpaid for most of those free agent contracts, there is no doubt that they improved their roster. And it's not like they don't have the cap space to splurge a bit. This rebuild is far from finished, but that means the Jaguars have lots of time to add more future cornerstone players through the next couple of drafts. Number 6, Cleveland Browns. The Browns had a playoff caliber team with 2018 first overall pick Baker Mayfield, but ownership was convinced that an upgrade at quarterback would elevate them to Super Bowl contender status. The Browns pushed all their chips to the middle of the table.
They said it's Deshaun Watson ain't playing, but
backlash by
hey, bro,
former
it is what it is.
Quarterback Deshaun Watson. Owner Jimmy Haslam then handed Watson a 5-year deal worth $230 million in guaranteed money. Now, there's no guarantee that Watson
That's weird, bro. Yeah, Bill Cosby
Cleveland,
face on
and it may be a while before he even suits up for them. But if he could produce on a flawed Houston squad, he should be able to get it done on a star-studded Browns team. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt make up the NFL's top backfield committee, and their offensive line is absolutely elite. However, the lack of quality pass catchers outside of Amari Cooper and David Njoku is very concerning. Then again, does the offense have to be elite?
David Njoku, nice.
Young stars like Myles Garrett, Greg Newsome, and Denzel Ward leading the defense? Talent-wise, you could argue that the Browns have more of it than any other non-Super Bowl winning franchise.
iPhone 13 on us for every customer. Current, new, everyone. To show the love.
Why are the green outdoors so great?
Damn.
Because of the sun. Flipping can turn into flipping. Copper Tone Sports 4-in-1 Performance helps you see why it's great outdoors.
But there are still a lot of unknowns here, starting with Watson. And never forget, there is something about the Cleveland Browns and heartbreak that seem to go hand in hand with each other. Even if they went 17-0 in each of the next 10 regular seasons, it would be so like them to go one and done in the postseason every year. Number 5, Detroit Lions. The Lions did the right thing by trading away Matthew Stafford. Not just because they owed it to him to allow him to win elsewhere, but also because it set their rebuild process in the right direction. The Lions already had
That's true, because they will have to pay him.
Lineman in Penei Sewell, a promising corner in Jeffrey Okudah, and a prolific pass rushing rookie in Aiden Hutchinson. Jamison Williams, TJ Hawkinson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown will be one of the NFL's most dangerous pass-catching trios for many years to come as well. GM Brad Holmes and head coach Dan Campbell have done a beautiful job in clearing out the stench left by Matt Patricia. The rebuild isn't over yet, but
That Patricia coming back to the Patriots.
To more high-end draft picks for Detroit. They're on the right path to contending in a wide-open NFC, especially when you consider the fact that Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady cannot play forever. If they continue to play their cards right, it may not be long before the Lions become a top contender in the conference. Number 4, Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals have the longest championship drought among all North American professional sports franchises, having last won it in 1947. The franchise was actually based in Chicago at the time, but the Redbirds are clearly building towards something special in the
I wonder what Kyler Murray wears those
2019's
two.
first overall pick.
Oh, no.
Has emerged as an MVP caliber quarterback. DeAndre Hopkins, Zach Ertz,
Why he
Marcus
puts
Brown,
tape
and James
around his
Conner give him a
forearm? I wonder why he
tremendous set
does
of
that.
weapons to help maximize his potential. The defense still needs some work, but Buda Baker, Asai Simmons, and Zaven Collins are some nice pieces to build around. And as the Cardinals get better,
Hell yeah,
and
the
better, it'll be
defense
easier
nice.
for them to recruit more star players in free agency. Right now, the Cardinals are a tier below the NFC's top heavyweights. But clubs like the Rams, Green Bay Packers, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers have older quarterbacks and aging rosters that are built to win now, whereas Zona has a younger core that should be able to compete for many years to come. Number 3, Los Angeles Chargers. In the 21st century, no NFL team has been more snake-bitten than the Chargers. They haven't been a long-term laughingstock.
Chargers nice though, but they're not beating my
Jets,
Patriots.
But it's just, the Chargers have always found incredible ways
that's
to
not
win
happening.
games despite fielding so much elite talent. I mean, just think of the 2010 group that missed the playoffs, even though they had the
That man,
league's
Justin
number
Herbert,
one
blew
ranked
up.
offense and defense.
Look at this picture,
Things
bro.
have to change eventually, right? Justin Herbert is on his way to being a top 3 QB in the game, if he isn't already. There are a few finer pass-catching duos around the league than Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Corey Linsley, Rashawn Slater, and Zion Johnson round out an O-line that should dominate for years to come. The long-term outlook on D is also spectacular.
Damn, he's big as hell.
Bosa and Khalil Mack will be a scary good pass-rushing duo. Derwin James, Asante
Man, we're
Samuel,
blocking
and
them,
Jason
bro.
Jackson round out a prolific ball-hawking secondary. Yes, the Chargers have been the victim of bad bounces for so many years, but that has to change at some point, right? Especially with all that world-class talent on their roster. Number 2, Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, what more can we say? Joe Burrow got this team within a few plays of winning Super Bowl 56, and trust us, they haven't even peaked yet. Now they have a revamped offensive line, which means Burrow won't be under duress every time he drops back. That should only make this high-flying aerial attack even tougher for opposing teams to defend. Owner Mike Brown finally took the hint that you're allowed to spend money. And
God
he
damn,
took
he's
advantage
100 years
by
old?
maximizing his team's championship window. Burrow, Chase, Joe Mixon, Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins round out one of the league's best offensive groups. And the scary part is, these guys are only getting started in Cincy. We know Bengals fans are tired of getting excited only to be let down oh so often, but it really does feel like just a matter of time until they finally win the Super Bowl. Number 1,
Wow.
Buffalo Bills. You could argue that no team is better set up for a
Crazy, bro. They didn't
dynasty
put my
than
Patriots on here,
Josh
bro. I'm kinda
Allen's
pissed.
Bills. They check off every
They didn't put
box
us
as
on
a
here, bro.
franchise QB, a top-tier head coach in Sean McDermott, and a grade-A management team led by Brandon Beane. There are, quite frankly, 0 flaws on the Bills roster. Their elite defense somehow got better by adding future Hall of Famer and 2-time Super Bowl champ Von Miller and lockdown rookie corner.
Damn,
Trey
bro,
Arnold.
they didn't put
And
us
we
on
thought
here,
the
man.
secondary was scary enough with superstars Tre'Davious White, Micah Hyde, and Jordan Poyer. This team had the best offense and the best defense in the NFL in 2021, and somehow they got even better over the offseason. Now, there are no guarantees in sports, but we cannot blame any confident Bills fan who would like to guarantee multiple Super Bowl championships with this roster. They are set up perfectly.
Bro,
both in
Bills
the
are
short
trash,
term
bro.
and in the long term.
And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion.
But which of these 12 teams do you
Bro, I don't like that, bro. He ain't put my pictures on here, bro. Oh, I'm tripping. Teams without a Super Bowl win. But the Bills not winning that either way, to be honest. Bills is not winning that. I was about to say, bro. I was like, bro, they ain't put my pictures on here. But, yeah, we won a lot of Super Bowls, you know. We way better than all these damn teams on here right now. We're the best in the AFC. See you guys in the next video.